Hello, Internet! Can you believe they made two of these things? Yeah, so the Nintendo Switch 2 just recently released, and I just picked up my own unit from the local Game Vault. This is the first time I've actually picked up a console at launch, and it was a midnight release too. The employees were a ton of help, and I didn't have any trouble at all getting my Switch 2. And here it is. Now, it was pretty pricey, so if you're debating whether or not to pick up one for yourself, I hope I can help you decide. Right out of the box, I could tell that everything was a lot bigger than with the original Switch. Instead of the sliding rails, the Joy-Cons snap into place with magnets, which took a little getting used to. This first day was mostly spent setting up the console and transferring data from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2. At the very least, it gave me time to get used to the system menu, which, while still basic, is a bit more fun. One pretty cool new feature of these Joy-Cons is that they can be used the same way as a computer mouse, which could allow for a lot of cool games to come to the Switch 2. The possibilities are endless. But in terms of things that are unique to the Switch 2, these aren't. Yes, the retro games offered by Nintendo Switch Online, now known as Nintendo Classics. For the Switch 2 exclusively, we now have the privilege of playing 3 GameCube games. In all seriousness, this is a decent little set of games to play, being ones that are highly regarded but not super accessible before now. I really enjoyed The Wind Waker, respect F-Zero GX, and stink at Soul Calibur 2. Those games might be hard to find, but you can still play them on a GameCube or Wii if you have one. If I want to justify the Switch 2, I have to find something that's truly unique to it. Right after I finished this new book. The original Switch was many things, and powerful was not one of them. It was definitely impressive for a handheld, but a lot of games had to be significantly downgraded in order to be released on it. Now that the Switch 2 has much more in terms of hardware specs, Nintendo decided to give some of their previous gen games special Nintendo Switch 2 editions, which can be upgraded to for $10 or free with an online subscription. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom do have better performance and compatibility with the Nintendo Switch mobile app, but you can still play these games on the first Switch. Heck, you can play Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. Alright, there's one thing you can do on the Switch 2 that you can't on the others. Traffic violations. Yes, the major launch title for this console is Mario Kart World, coming bundled with a good amount of them. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was a great little Switch game, but World takes things in a whole new direction. The game is heavily stylized, not only visually, but in terms of gameplay as well. Outfits and characters are unlocked by picking up food items and getting zapped by Kamek, and don't even get me started on the tracks. Every track in the game is interconnected, so you can drive in between them and even free roam across the entire map to find different missions. If there's any reason to pick up a Switch 2, it's Mario Kart World. Personally, I'm really happy that I got this thing at launch, and I can't wait to see what comes in the future. Of course, I'll never forget the great times I had with the original— Is that a playable cow?